and in terms of the 3 days of hearings that were held in July and early August, wherein that was litigated, whether or not they were going to be allowed to bring third party culprits in at trial. And, they went to great lengths, they being the defense, talking about Kegan Klein and his father, Tony. They put on witnesses talking about, this kind of confession that Kegan Klein had made, that him and his father had driven out to the bridge that day,
Mhm.
or the trails, and had driven and used that private access road. And they were in this red Jeep. And that his dad got out of the car and was out of the car for an hour, and his dad came back bloody, and that they left, and that while they were crossing the Wabash River, they threw a knife and a gun out, or a knife and a phone out. Or I mean, it was like, it
Mhm.
was insane. And and they went to like great lengths to get into that. We obviously know about the Odin angle,
Mhm.
and they only mentioned Ron Logan, which, like, in retrospect, surprised me
Mhm.
in light of what we've just seen
Yeah.
from being contained in this motion, that they didn't make that more of a focal point.
Yeah.
It's like, blame the dead guy. Like, it
Yeah.
seems like a no-brainer. And I mean, when you kind of dig into Ron Logan, we know that he lied about where he was at a certain time, and that how he got to this fish
Mhm.
store, which he did go to.
Yeah.
He went to that fish store. And if you ask anybody from the law enforcement, they're going to say, well, he lied about it because he wasn't supposed to be driving as part of his probation. So he just lied about how he got there.
Mhm.
And it's like, did he go there to create an alibi?
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, it's not that easily
Yeah.
explained away. Like, I don't know, man. I don't
A
know.
question I have is, did the killer intend to leave the bodies there? Or did he get spooked? Like, did somebody come down the trail? Did something happen? And it was like, you got no choice. You just got out of there. I wonder about that a little bit. Was it a quick, because, the whole Odinist thing, there's sticks on there. Like, was it like, oh shit, I hear somebody coming. Let me throw a bunch of brush over here and hope it blends in and nobody sees and they take off? That is something I kind of wonder about.
I mean, if you
And if you go to
dig,
locality, and it's Ron Logan's property, and he
I
had
mean,
other
dude,
intentions with the bodies, I don't know.
look, man, like this case is forever gonna drive me insane, because like you said, there's just so many tentacles. There's so many
Mhm.
twists and turns. There's so many things that don't make sense. Where is all of Abby's blood? Like, I'm telling you, Tony, there's like a large pool that was found about 12 feet away from where
Mhm.
Libby's final resting place was, by the large tree. And there's a large pool which tested as Libby's blood. And there's just not the amount of blood around Abby that could ever be described as being the amount that she would have bled out
Yeah.
if that had been the spot where she was attacked. It does, like, in her hands, Abby's hands were clean.
Yeah.
Like, so if you get your natural instinct, if you get your throat cut, like with any wound,
Yeah.
anywhere you get a cut, you're gonna cover it, especially at your neck. And like, her hands are pristine,
Mhm.
like no blood there, no blood on her torso. Like, her entire body is clean.
It's like she's
Like,
been washed or something.
it's like she was washed, or it happened in the river.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the one thing I know is that it was made such a big deal to hide the crime scene photos, which I get the sensitivity to the family. Like, like, I obviously, these should not be out for the public to see and to have on the internet and be posting. But in terms of looking at them critically and trying to determine whether or not those sticks had some kind of significance, those were not sticks that were just tossed upon somebody.
Yeah.
They were placed there. The bodies were placed in these positions.
I've never seen the photos. I don't think I want to.
I
Yeah.
mean, I had not seen them until trial, and they were
Yeah.
hard to look at.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot from like a distance, which you can't really see the brutality as
Hmm.
much, which are the ones I was far more interested in because I wanted to see, are these just sticks?
Hmm.
Like somebody just tossing some sticks and they're trying to cover the bodies,
Hmm.
or do they seem to have been placed? And I stepped away from it. I'm like, those weren't just sticks being tossed on the girls. Like
Yeah.
Libby had this long limb. It's not even a stick, it's like a tree limb, like running parallel to her body that's placed like in the crook of her eye. It's just like, man, like
I got two questions about it. Have they ever taken cadaver dogs around that area?
I would assume so, but I don't know.
I mean,
Like, are you talking
well,
about Ron's
in
property?
that general vicinity, yes.
Like, I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, but
I
essentially,
would really wonder. I would wonder what might be buried. Maybe nothing at all.
maybe
Or
something.
maybe something. What I'm wondering about is because people tend to not have a propensity to like be one and done with this sort of shit. It's they're kind of hiding and they get away with it for quite a while until they don't. Um, I'm wondering. I mean, have there been thoughts in looking into other things, other children missing over the years, maybe even way back that, Ron Logan was an older guy. That would have been unsolved. I mean, anywhere where he may have been, or in that he's been there for 50 some years. So
Yeah.
I don't know, just looking and seeing, did they ever find this? I don't know, just because what I'm looking at there is more the character of the guy. What we understand from the ex, he's high strung and he's nuts, and an abuser and very much out for himself. But so you have that kind of track record of life. It'd be a real weird deviation if all of a sudden he just went and killed, and there was sexual stuff on there, wasn't there too?
Well, you mean in terms of the girls?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
No.
not
Okay.
really.
Well,
Not that they could say, I
definitively.
mean,
Okay. So anyway, so it wouldn't be very surprising, um, to be going down that road. I don't know. I would just think you take a look at his history. You take a look at the location to the property. I wonder. I'm not accusing. I'm just saying I wonder. I don't know. He's dead, but why not sniff around a little bit and see what you dig up, if you dig up anything.
I
My
agree.
my
I
other
agree. And I don't think that you can, I mean, look,
Because if you could
the
tie him to an
concept,
older one, it would show a pattern.
exactly. And in proximity to that bridge, but it's such a small town,
Yeah.
it's like the ability to pick young kids off of that bridge, but like that it's not anybody local because you haven't heard about anybody local
Yeah.
going missing or being found killed,
Yeah.
being on that
And I'm not
bridge
even
or
saying it would
that
have
being.
happened on the bridge, but just in town.
Oh, I
Like,
get it. I
just,
get it,
yeah,
but I'm like, I mean, his proximity to it,
makes it
like
easy. Yeah.
it does, and like the counter to it is, you don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
The fact that the bodies are found on his property,
Yeah.
it's either Ron Logan didn't do it or Ron Logan trying to be really, really crafty and saying, well, look, man, putting them out there, knowing that the searchers were out there all night, puts them out there so that they get found. I mean, like,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're right. I mean, there, just anything is possible. And it's like, why not
so
just go take a look? Because as far as we know, Ron Logan did nothing because he's never been charged with anything like that. So he has no documented history there. But that's not to say we couldn't find a documented history in his backyard.
all I'm saying about Ron Logan is, in my estimation, he's never been actually cleared.
No, Yeah, I agree, and it's like, why not take a look? Just there's nothing, there's nothing, but why not look? Here's the other weird one that could be a theory on this. Probably fairly far fetched, but it came to me while we were talking about all this. Is somebody, say maybe Ron Logan, really doesn't like people on that trail in their backyard all the time, and they're I don't know. And Ron Logan seems like kind of again a high string guy who doesn't, likes things a certain way. And if you put a tragedy out on that trail one day, not a lot of people are going to hike it anymore. I mean, it
Well,
could be something as
certainly
stupid as that.
they're certainly not going to trespass on your property, which I think if you look at the interviews of him, like I think on the down the hill
Yeah,
thing that Barb McDonald did, like she asks him, or it was an interview with the news, like a news station,
yeah,
and they asked him the question, or like, are people always coming and trespassing on your land down here? He's like, oh yeah, all
yeah.
the time. So I mean, it kind of feeds into that
Yeah.
concept,
I mean,
like,
that'd be quite a move. Like you're gonna go and kill, but again, it also kind of plays into the randomness of it too, where
right.
you know, was it just he like thought fuck it, and he's because apparently he was a big abuser of at least alcohol. Um, was he drunk as fuck some night and angry at the trespassers, and he goes down there and he sees these two girls, and you know goes fucking nuts and does
Yeah.
something, and then oh shit, and then in his drunkenness places sticks and shit on them and then gets out of there. I
Yeah.
don't
I
know.
mean, we don't know.
No.
Like, did Ron Logan like to go up and cross over the bridge? You know, I mean, like,
Yeah.
is that something he did? I mean, maybe. I have no
I
idea.
don't know. I don't know. I
You know what
just
I
there's
mean?
just
It's like,
so many. The fact he confessed to it allegedly in jail, uh, I think it opens up our world to all these questions of different motives and different things. And
what does this
yeah,
Reese guy have to gain by making this shit up?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's saying, I don't want anything in return. So
Hmm.
I'm saying that carries weight.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking for you to shave some time off my sentence here. I'm
Yeah.
not looking for shit.
No.
I just want justice for the girls. And that's what this guy told me. Like why would he lie about it? What does he have to gain?
Yeah.
And if it's true, like why is Ron Logan confessing to something he didn't do at all? You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
it
like
all to begin with, especially when he's now stone cold sober. Because even in the piece that was on Banfield the other night, talks about would he confess or why would he have confessed while he was in jail? Let's take a quick look at that.
I think, once you're off of alcohol, you dry out a little bit, you can get a guilty, you know, he needed somebody to talk to. I think probably even broke it from that, and maybe he trusted that guy. He wasn't going to be out of prison for quite a while. So, I mean, what did he have to lose?
The audio was bad on Banfield's end with their Zoom connection, but that's how she sees it.
yeah, I mean, it's like
I think this. I mean, I don't know. I think this could be a lot simpler than everyone thinks.
me too.
And maybe, I mean,
No.
those two. I mean, they are semi plausible. I mean, if you just look at the behaviors of the people, does it match up to what one would be capable of doing? And it does. Who
And
knows?
I cannot look at a picture of Ron Logan and not say that that guy doesn't look like that dude on that bridge. I mean, he
Yes.
like all the way
Yeah.
around, man.
Sitting there, I've watched so much video of him today, working on this other piece on this, and I'd never done that before, and then watched Bridge Guy right after, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's him!" I mean, there's a gate to the walk,
The
and
gate.
even the
He's
X,
got the
the
weird
X says
little,
it.
like Ron Logan owned one of those little like
Yeah,
waist pouches, man, that you
yeah,
can see this guy wearing.
yeah.
Like, dude,
It's
like that blue jacket he was wearing in that
I know.
interview you just showed looked like the fucking jacket the guy's like. Dude, I don't know.
It's like this is all in front of us. Like how is nobody going at this and saying, "Look." It's like bouncing off people. Or I don't get this.
I don't get it either. Well, again, all I know is that this fucking trial was a sham.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand it, man. It's like
I don't think anyone ever will.
it's like the more that comes out, it's like the more upset people around this country should be, because that is just not how we can operate, man.
No.
We cannot be railroading people. And I can't, like, because of the things they did and we're continuing to find out that they've done.
Yeah.
You just can't trust it.
No, you can't. It's it's disturbing. I'm sure this will be the first of many conversations as the appeals process begins.